Welcome, my name's Jamie. Thank you for clicking on this video. You already know that we're going to be talking about everything that I crocheted in 2024. It's actually so crazy that it's almost 2025. Like, what? So happy new year to you if you're watching this in the new year. 2024 was just a year to keep learning new stitches, new techniques, and now I'm really excited to hop into 2025 with a bunch of skills under my belt. It's a pretty recent hobby that I've picked up, but I really like it. And it's just been a hobby that's been really fulfilling for me this year. So let me show you what I made. Some of the things that I made this year, I also gave away to somebody as a gift. So you'll just be getting pictures of those items. Anyway, let's get into it. I think the very first thing that I crocheted in 2024 was this amigurumi penguin. I followed this pattern for a penguin, obviously. The pattern made a penguin, like that was like this big probably. But I decided to use a very, very heavyweight yarn, a very fluffy yarn, and this penguin turned out humongous. It was so fun to make. It took so much yarn, but I actually am planning on making another one, hopefully. I was planning on making a blue version of this pink version that I made. If you want to see a video of me making a ginormous blue penguin like this one, comment down below the penguin emoji, just a bunch of the penguin emojis if you want to see that. I'm not exactly sure if these are in the correct order, but I'm doing my best. One of the next things that I made in 2024 was this crochet headband. Kind of cute. As always, the patterns to everything that I mentioned in this video will be linked in my blog, which will be linked in the description down below. So if you want to make anything, you can find the pattern down below. This was a free pattern that I found online. The pattern is by Kirsten Holloway Designs. Perfect for the winter in Minnesota. You need things like this to cover your ears. I, of course, made multiple and kind of just different iterations that I wanted to experiment with. I made a pink one, but as you can see, the seam on this one was not my favorite, so learned a few things making these. This one doesn't have a twist, it's just like flat. And then I made like a brown and white one. These two did not have the best seams for sure. I guess that's why it's an X, because it hides the seam nicely. Anyway, I think this one is my favorite one that I made. Probably because I follow the pattern. The third thing that I made, where's my list? Hang on. Ooh, Betty think that she's so cool. I believe the third thing that I crocheted in 2024 was this duck. There's two of them actually, let me just show you both. There's this one, which as you can see, I wanted to experiment more with the different types of yarn. So this is a very, very fluffy yarn that I crocheted with, and it was so hard to do. It's like crocheting blind because you can't see any of your stitches, but it's so cute. I made a few of these ducks in 2023 when I first started out crocheting, and they turned out pretty well. Since I was already familiar with it, I wanted to experiment using that same pattern but using a different yarn type. So that's what I did, and I came out with this little guy. I definitely did the pattern wrong. It's definitely not the same shape as the other ones that I made. I actually kind of like it better than the other ones that I made. It's crazy how different they turned out. Like this one's so stout, and this one is so like tall and skinny. Again, I definitely did the pattern wrong. And I also never finished this guy. I know, it's disappointing for me too. I just got so frustrated. I couldn't pull it to cinch the bottom together. So he's just been sitting unfinished in my bin. I will finish him one day, but I had to give up for a while. After that, I kind of took a hiatus from making amigurumi things and went on to some other accessories. I believe the next thing that I made in 2024 was this granny square scarf. I made a video a little while back about all the crochet projects that I was currently working on and the crochet projects that I wanted to do in the future. And I mentioned this scarf in that video, but I finished it. So here it is. Now you'll see that the picture, if you look really closely, it has this navy blue color and it also has this lighter cream color that I realize I missed in my version here. But here's mine. Here's what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it looks cute with this black headband. I should wear it with this sometime. Yeah, I realized after I had completed it fully that I had left out two colors that I really wanted to incorporate in here, but mine is just black and tan and brown. I think one day I want to add some like fringe to the bottom, and I'm really proud of it actually. It's pretty cute. I should wear it. I don't know why I haven't yet. Probably because all of the ends are not sewn in. Should I wear it for the rest of the video? That was a fun one to complete this year. This next project, I just wanted to show a little progress update because it's actually the very first crochet project that I had ever started working on. So I've obviously been working on this project since June of 2023, but I did work on it in 2024. It's taking me a while to complete. I just wanted to show you where I'm at with it because I'm sure there will be future updates in 2025. I know I've mentioned this project on my channel before. It's a big project, you know, so I'm just trying to be patient with myself. I don't really have a deadline for it or anything. Yeah, all these projects are really just so that I can grow and get better at crocheting. The very first thing that I ever learned how to do in crochet was make a daisy granny square. It's a great first project. I don't necessarily recommend making a complete blanket out of them for your first project, but a daisy granny square or two is a great beginner project for sure. I did also make a few crochet bags in 2024. I had a bunch of daisy granny squares that I was working on for the blanket that I just showed you, and I got bored of making the blanket, so I made a bag out of the granny squares that I had. I ended up making this daisy granny square bag. Looking back, there's a lot of things that I think I could improve upon even now, even like just a few months later. But that's what this video is all about. It's about reflection, it's about growing my skills. So yeah, a lot of like the seam work, just the lines of the bag were kind of like uneven, and I think the strap was a little too wide. So yeah, just a few things that I would adjust in that design. But it was really fun to make and I'm really glad that I did it. Anyway, that daisy granny square bag was the 6th thing that I created in 2024. And the 7th thing that I made in 2024 was, drumroll please, these hearts for Valentine's Day. I made so many of them. They're really fun, and I feel like each one that I made, I got better at doing them. I made a little garland out of them and hung it up at work. And then there's these little ones too. So keep an eye out for Valentine's Day videos coming soon. It'll be in February, I think, but stay tuned. I also made a chapstick holder in 2024. Not just a chapstick holder, actually. I made multiple chapstick holders. I currently have one attached to my lanyard that I use for my job. It is not pretty anymore. I'll insert a picture of it. But I use it every single day, so that's why it's not cute. And like this lanyard is beat up, let me tell you. Those were fun to make and very useful. Highly recommend. We'll also link the pattern to those in my blog as well. My blog is at jamiestrat.com/blog. Ooh. Can you tell I have that song stuck in my head? Oh, the other crochet bags that I mentioned. That's where I was gonna go next. I made 2 other crochet bags, and really they're the same bag, just different sizes. First of all, I made this one. I was wanting to make a mesh bag, so I did. Which, isn't that just crazy? Like, crochet is just so cool to me because you can just think of something and then make it. What? Like I just thought of this and then I just did it. Anyway, I did do it without a pattern. It's not perfect, but I do like it and I do use it here and there every now and then. But it is really cute actually. It's just a little small. So then I went and made this one. I was like, oh, that one's too small, so let me make a big one. And I mean, this one is massive. And the strap is just quite wide. But it's cute. Those are the bags that I made in 2024. I am going to eventually make a bag that's like the perfect size for me. So like a little bit bigger than this one, but not as big as that one. And I also want to make it in a yarn that's a little less stretchy. Anyway, I'm really excited about that. That's why I'm talking so fast about it. I'm just giving away all of my video ideas for 2025. Shoot. We're getting to the end here. The next thing that I made was this, or tried to make, was this kitchen towel. I stopped making it like halfway through. It's supposed to be much wider, but I realized that I wasn't really gonna like it as a kitchen towel. This stitch has like holes in it, you know? And then the yarn that I used isn't the most absorbent yarn. I think I just used acrylic. So that's really not gonna be absorbent if you're gonna be using this as a kitchen towel. Probably should have used like a cotton yarn, and I think that's what the pattern recommends using anyway, so it was probably user error, not gonna lie. While I was making this though, I was like, huh, I really like this stitch pattern, and I really like how this feels with an acrylic yarn. Maybe I should make a blanket out of this stitch pattern. If you watched my last video, you would know that I did just that. I made this blanket, which I think I'm calling this the Sedona blanket because that was the name of the color of the yarn that I used. So you can kind of see, it's the same stitch pattern that I used in that towel that I was making, but I just decided to make it into a blanket instead. If you watched my last video, you would also know that I made 2 other blankets this year as well. One was this like mauve pink color baby blanket for one of my cousins, which I will insert a picture of again here. I want to say I started making it in May of 2024. I obviously took a few breaks from it in there and was working on other projects, but I completed that blanket. And then I also completed one other blanket. It was a baby blanket that I made. It's actually the same pattern that I used for the mauve blanket, but I just used a different yarn. I used I believe it's the Everly pattern by That Crochet Life. Again, this will be linked on my blog in the description, so make sure that you go check that out so that these creators can get credit where credit is due, because all of the patterns that I used this year were by some really awesome creators that I follow very closely. Officially, those are all of the projects that I made in 2024. I say officially because I'm obviously working on some things right now, that being a Christmas blanket and a Christmas stocking. So yeah, besides the whips that I have going right now, that's everything that I made in 2024. I'm actually so grateful for crochet. This year's been really hard for me, like mentally and physically. Just been figuring out a lot of things about my health, and crochet has like been my go-to source of comfort and go-to hobby to get my mind off of things. And it's really been something that has kind of pulled me through this year and has allowed me to kind of channel all of my passion and joy into that, and making videos, which I kind of just started doing recently. I'm like gonna cry. Okay, no need for that. I'm truly grateful for crochet, and I think it's brought me closer to people that I never really would have thought that I would have connected with if I didn't start learning it. And I'm really just grateful to be able to create and to have the means to be able to create. I don't know. Thank you so much for reflecting with me on the year that we've had. Cheers to a great year and to an even better one in 2025. Happy New Year, happy crocheting. Thanks for being here. Thanks for clicking on this video. Bye.